You are live, it says. So let's play. I want to play something. Nope, that's the wrong thing. What am I doing? Okay, let's put that there. It's quite messy. And then we play. I want to do something. I really want to play a video that I loaded to start the show, but now I can't see it. There we go. Let's go. That music started like really fast, like it was in a 1908 black and white movie. It was just like, okay. Hi, okay, so here we are. I think we're live. Let's go. We're live, yes. Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday night review show of the Arsenal Cape Town Official Supporters Club. With me tonight in the studio, I'm Morgan, your host, and with me tonight is Alex M, all the way from the UK. How's it going, Alex?
Hello. Yes, it's going okay. Yes.
Okay.
Not too bad. Lovely and sunny here still. Kind of.
Yeah,
The skies are clear. That's enough.
This is the English summer. We're heading into it's dark here already. A few weeks ago, it felt like I was getting the kind of sun that you're getting now, and now it's pitch dark. It's also pitch dark for Arsenal fans. These are dark times for Arsenal fans. Alex, have you recovered from Friday night's trauma?
Yeah, we had Super League trauma followed by Friday night trauma, didn't we? It was a week. It's a disastrous week.
As I confessed to Alex earlier and the other people, I took comfort in Leeds this weekend again. At least they provide some sort of entertainment. I apologize to the Arsenal fans for acknowledging that.
Rightly so.
Okay. Apparently, it's according to Alex, it's a point of shame. I don't know why, but that's what it is. So I just want to say to the people out there, Charlie, good evening. Charlie, good evening, Brandon. Good evening, Warren. And I think Gianpaolo is either from Italy or I think he's following our Namibian panelists this evening. I like the way the Namibians work. They bring people with them. They bring a posse with them, an entourage. Okay. So let me just into the introductions quickly. What's happening tonight, Alex? We're talking about football.
We're going to talk about football. We've got some news for you. We're going to summarise the Everton Arsenal game, which was. Do we need to summarise that? Can we move quickly through it?
Yeah, I think tonight we'll make that like a 2-minute flash talk. Wolfie, we're going to tell Wolfie, if you can't say it in 10 seconds, you can't say it at all.
We've also got a quiz
Wolfie,
coming up.
I can see Wolfie just shaking his head there. We've got a quiz coming up.
And we're going to look ahead at the following week.
Are we going to talk about? Yeah, and we're going to talk maybe a little bit about the Super League again. Do you think we should open?
I think we should. We should talk about that in our little news section. I think.
Okay. And I can see tonight I'm going to be the defender and the lawyer for the defense for Leno, because it's going to be bad. That's going to be bad.
Leno versus Martinez.
Yeah, no, we're not doing a versus Martinez
again. Part 6.
Yeah. Oh man, we've got 4 panelists this evening joining us. We've got locals. We've got Craig Stanley, and we've got Wolfie. You'll see what Wolfie's name tag is going to look like this evening. And then we have Mark G, some sort of rapper, come musician, maybe sort of abstract artist from the UK, and we also have Tash Moodley from joining us from Namibia, from the Namibia Official Arsenal Supporters Club. So and so I think we might as well bring them on. But first, I want to do it the right way. Alex, I swear I'm going to do it right now. So I have to do this the right way. So there we go. I'm going to play the music and I'm going to bring them on at the same time.
No pressure.
Let's see. Oh my word, what have I done? I've done something weird. Here we go. Which one? That one works. Okay. Well, okay, so let me welcome our panelists this evening. No, this looks wrong. There we go. So this evening, Wolfie, how's it going, Wolfie?
Hey, I'm going good. I'm okay. Just suffering from a bit of a hay fever.
Okay.
But
Wolfie is also abandoned.
wise,
Yeah. Are those Newcastle colours?
Yes, in support of the only thing that made my weekend. Joe Willock scoring against Liverpool, silencing the Pool supporters. So yeah, you gotta back players that is playing for other teams. So yeah, you made basically my weekend. That was the only light of the tunnels. It's been terrible, man. Terrible.
Okay. Craig, how's it going? I see you still wearing Arsenal colours, regardless of what the owners or what Wolfie's doing.
It's going fantastic with me after yesterday's result. Spurs losing to Man City. That at least had some light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, proudly still wearing the Gunners flavor of the month or flavor of forever. But yeah, going good my side.
Okay. And then we've got Mark from the UK. When I say UK, there may not be a UK sometime soon if the Scots start the whole ball rolling. But from England, welcome, Mark. How's it going there?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I live in North London, so I'm not a million miles away from Arsenal. I know Alex actually lives a lot further away, but I'm a North London lad, and I live just pretty much on the M25 in north of London. So the weather here is good. Sun's out.
Is that sun coming in from
the sun? Yeah, the sun coming in. It's been a lovely evening here, to be honest. But it's been a long weekend. It could obviously have been a lot worse had Spurs won yesterday, but that did cheer me up a little bit when they got beat. But when you play on a Friday night and you put in a poor performance and then you lose as well, it seems to have been a long weekend. It really does. But hey,
no, okay, no, that's I wish I could commiserate or at least give you some sort of comforting words. Give you a few comforting words. I have none. I'm in the same boat. Miserable, week. We can talk about Leeds. And then Tash, how are you doing this? How's it going down there in Namibia?
It's all going good. Obviously, results are seeming to become the norm now. It's expected. So we've been having mixed feelings, obviously, here in Namibia, ups and downs, what's it out, etc. But yeah, it seems to be becoming a norm. I've forgotten the days of the beautiful football.
Okay, so you've learned to embrace the pain. You've learned to embrace the pain.
I've learned to take the pain, yeah.
Wolfie hasn't. So Tash, just tell me a little bit more about the Namibia Supporters Club. How many guys are you more or less? What do you guys get up to?
We've got about 200 members at the moment. What we get up to like events on, let's say, a quarterly event. We would have some get-togethers and events for the club. We watch a lot of games together. So as a group, we tend to move to different type of locations. We've recently got like a set place where we want to take going forward. Like this will be our set place. But we've been in existence for about 3 years. So very beginning stages. Now next move, I would like to come and visit Cape Town with the group. Maybe watch a game with you guys. And then obviously ultimate goal, watch a game in London live. That's the ultimate goal for the group.
I think that's the ultimate goal for many people, even including the people in London at the moment. Maybe a few more weeks before there's actually going to be a game played, fans allowed in the stadium.
Are they going to be boycotting though? Are they going to be boycotting the games when? What's that, Mark?
Yeah, they're talking about tickets for the last game. They're talking about tickets available for the last game of the season. I think there might be 10,000 people they're going to let in for the last home game.
Right.
But I had a ticket earlier in the season for the Southampton game, but it got called off because we went into lockdown. But if I get a ticket for the last home game, I shall go. But I don't know when it'll be. It's probably going to be next season now before we can go on a regular basis again, I guess.
Will you be wearing a Crunker Out banner?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys in South Africa saw it on the news. The publicity and the number of people that turned up on Friday night to at the Emirates before the Everton game. There were 10,000 people there, and all peacefully, obviously, complaining about what's going on. But there was a lot of support there, and it's interesting. I'm sure you're going to talk about this anyway, but. This guy who owns Spotify, I think his name's Eck, Daniel Eck.
Daniel Eck.
He's come out today. It's been announced in England anyway that he's come out today to try and put a bid in to buy out Kroenke and KSE, and allegedly he's got the support of Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, and Patrick Vieira. I don't know whether that's made it out on the wires to South Africa yet, but that would be a very interesting development if it happens.
Mark, I just have to say, apart from the fact that you basically scooped us now, we don't receive news through the wires anymore. They get the Morse code little telegram thing.
It's a long way for the pigeon to fly. That's all.
Yeah, no, we do get visitors that pass out little leaflets and tell us what's happening, though. So no, it's fine.
We get it here in the desert as well. So.
Yeah. Alex, there's no news section now for you to do none of these.
Yeah,
all the time I put in with the slides, all for naught.
Yeah, it's all gone a bit pear-shaped. Well, you can take us through the weekend roundup then, Morgan, and then we'll get on to the news properly.
Let me just do that quickly. Let's see. I can see the questions coming in already about we're gonna have to talk about it seems. Luckily we don't have to talk about the Everton game. We can just talk about I just have to get this right. Sorry, there's more buttons than my brain has place for. So I just want to do that and then hit share, and there we go. Okay, so we can update. This is just basically just going to run you through to the scores quickly. Obviously we'll just ignore the first game on that list there, on the screen there. Some interesting results. Liverpool drew at home to Newcastle. West Ham lost to Chelsea. At one stage, Alex, that would have mattered to us, but now it doesn't matter anymore. A couple more results. There was a time when Wolves losing at home to Burnley, a week or so ago. We've just said that's good news for us. Leeds drawing to Man United. Underwhelming performance by Leeds would have mattered, and Villa drawing again in the week. So this evening, obviously, there's a game. We've got Leicester versus Palace, which doesn't matter to us. It doesn't matter to us. Anyway, so there we go. That's the log at the moment. We've moved down a spot. We may nosedive a few more. Man City, I think, pretty much have the title in the bag. It looks unlikely. A week or so ago, I thought there was a chance we could catch up with the likes of West Ham, Liverpool, and Spurs. I'm not even sure we're going to catch up with Everton. And
Impossible.
Leeds may well have pulled away from us as well. At the bottom half, Villa still are just like a point behind us with the game in hand. And Wolves a little further back could still catch up to us as well. And of course, Sheffield has been relegated for sure. And West Brom and Fulham will probably join them soon. Just because I was looking for good news, and we promised we would start reporting on the women's game as well. We were desperate for good news. I did ask Warren if I can share the Leeds result. He said no. So yes, so we've got the Arsenal women who won this weekend. And for the record, they have not conceded a goal for 630 minutes of play so far. I think the last time they conceded the goal was against Man City sometime in February. They have actually gone quite a nice winning streak. And so they're sitting third at the moment. They're in competition with Man United. But yeah, good news, people. Not all is rotten in the state of Arsenal. Okay.
Is that how far? Can I ask you a question? Is that how far we've dropped, and we're now looking into the Women's League of Football? Is that the only tonic that is available right now?
Wolfie,
the Women's League and Spurs results. Come on, man.
I will tell you this. Come
on. This is not going to make me happy, man.
I have been watching the Arsenal women's team for at least about the past year or so, catching the highlights, and it's been a lot of fun watching them. And also, they're prettier to look at than the mess that's on our field at the moment. Okay. Yeah.
True story.
And you mentioned one thing, they got more balls in our team, man.
They do. They are showing it where it matters on the field as well. And I do watch them play, and let's put it this way. So they at least are winning. It's been fun watching them, and they're winning. So there we go. So Dean says, well done, ladies. Other people are not as unwelcome as Wolfie is. So yes, they've done quite well. So Alex, over to you for a bit of news.
The news. Shall we start with the Super League? Because there's a few people that didn't get their opinions known as regards to the Super League. Anyone like to comment on the Super League? What are their thoughts on it? On the creation of it? I was hoping to anyone.
It was criminal.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish.
Criminal.
I just have to say that Alex, I think the Real Madrid's president's comment is quite interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Do you think? Yeah. Well, he basically said that it's still going to happen. It's still going to go ahead at some point. Everyone's really actually locked into it, aren't they? But as far as I'm aware, as far as I'm concerned, everyone is definitely out of it.
I think they probably have to rethink the nature of it. But someone challenging the power of UEFA may not be a bad idea. That's all I'm saying. I will move on now.
Yeah. What about your thoughts, Tashin, on the Super League?
It was never valid in the first place. So them going behind the other clubs' backs in the first place, that's illegal, and it was supposed to be disclosed. So everything about it was so wrong, and I'm like a bit embarrassed that this has occurred in football. The image, it can ruin, but it is. I'm glad it's over. I'm ready. If they're gonna pursue it and go legal actions, shame on you twice. But I see it dead. But the idea is still gonna be out there for future. I think the Champions League has got a competition on its hand going forward, but not now. This was
If there weren't the guaranteed spots, would you be for it?
Yes, without a doubt. That guaranteed spots, it's even for us to be in it, it's criminal. We don't deserve to be in a European Super League. That this is pure was unethical. But obviously, I would support it if it's done right.
Yeah. How about you, Craig? Would you be behind it if there were no guaranteed places?
Yeah, definitely I would have been behind it. Like Tash said, it was just unethical the way they actually did it, going behind other teams' backs, and firstly having Arsenal part of it. Then we became the biggest meme of the week after we were part of the group, to put it that way. I just think it's the lesser evil if you look at UEFA and what they've done now with the Champions League, adding more matches to the Champions League. which means clubs start to play more football, and we're talking about burning out of players. I mean, if you compare the Super League, the impact it made against UEFA compared to racism in football, I mean, they care more about making money than caring about actual other players, to put it that way. So, yeah, I'm for it, and I'm also against it in another way, to put it that way.
Yeah.
You sound a lot like Wolfie, Craig.
Well, what's fair is fair. I mean, if so much publicity could have been made about racism in football, then surely we wouldn't be sitting today with players calling other players names and making gestures and stuff like that, if correct bans were in place, to put it that way.
Yeah. How about your thoughts, Mark? What did you think of the Super League?
On the Super League, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it was. I think it was ill. I think it was ill-conceived. I think the way it was handled was a disgrace. You know, and we you know, let's be honest, we can't even compete in the Premier League at the moment, let alone any Super League. I just think that it's not for us at this moment in time. But I hope there's no sort of long-term ramifications. I mean, what happens if we get a 20 points deduction next season in the Premier League as a result of joining this, for example? You know, how's that going to impact on the players and on the supporters? When, bearing in mind, we didn't know anything about it either. You know, it's a mess. It really is. But hopefully it's gone away now. But yeah, I saw the comment earlier there that I don't think it's gone away forever, and it may well come back. So you know, never say never on it, really.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem is with the actual Champions League format. Personally, I think it's a good competition. But I think with the new Champions League format, are they not planning on putting people in based on their past performances anyway? Is that not part of the new Champions League format?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I think
at the end of the day, the cream always rises to the top. Look at the last four this year. Okay, Bayern Munich are not there, and maybe Barcelona, but generally, you know, the better sides will always get through to the last four. Obviously, the year that Spurs got through, they were just very, very lucky, and it was a fluke. But you know, generally, the top teams in Europe will get through to the last four.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So let's talk.
Should we move on from the Super League?
No.
Should we try and forget about it as best we can?
People, are we going to talk about the fact that that is the Balogun thing? Are we going to talk about?
Yeah, I think we should.
Spotify, the Spotify guy. Wolfie, you in favor of the Spotify guy? I mean, if you got.
Of course, look, I'll be in favor of anything that's getting the Kruger family out of the club, you know. So, look, the guy's got good intentions. We all thought, my wife, I'm going to slap this woman. Anyway, we all thought that it was kind of a publicity stunt. The guy from Spotify was obviously looking for some, maybe opportunity to throw his name around, but at the end of the day, it is legit. The guy is very much interested. He spoke to, as we've heard, he spoke to the legends, the Invincibles, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, and Dennis Bergkamp, and they wouldn't have came on board if it wasn't a genuine attempt to buy Arsenal. And this guy's obviously told him what he wants to do with the club, how he wants to manage the club, and he obviously wants them to be part, because these are the guys, the footballing guys that should have been at Arsenal in the first place. These are the guys that knows the values, the tradition of this club. They know the mentality, how we play football. He knows the fans, the love. They know everything, and it's a good move. It's a good move from Spotify.
Do you think he can afford it though?
Look, I'm not going to go into Ferrari and go look at Ferrari and want to buy Ferrari if I can afford a Toyota Corolla.
But do you not think?
Okay.
Do you not think he will pile up debt though in order to buy the club
Look, the guy is wealthy. The guy's worth about the guy's worth about, according to Forbes, he's worth about $4 billion dollars.
If he sold to Spotify. But how much has Spotify actually made profit-wise in the past sort of 10 years? Nothing. It's actually run at a massive loss every single year since its creation, like huge loss. Like 4 years ago, it was a billion euros loss it made in 2017. It's not turned a profit 1 year.
Is this Spotify?
Spotify has not turned a profit 1 year since its creation.
I've got a contract. My kids have contracts.
I want to tell you one thing. Apparently the guy, he put $1 billion US dollars into a lot of technology companies. We do not know what's happening behind the scenes. We do not know the amount of money that is coming in.
But that's what
I can see it on the profit and loss sheet.
Yeah. Look, I hear what you are saying, but you don't know what's the guy. You don't know has the guy approached whoever to help him to invest in a club. I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into gathering finances to sponsor. You need to get a couple of businessmen involved. I mean, maybe the guy has another guy that he's going to go into partnership with. We do not know.
Maybe.
You understand what I'm saying?
Until we actually know.
It is a real good thing. It is a good thing.
And it's nice that he's throwing names around and the right sort of names that we want at the club. But is it going to bring in the actual money that we need? I don't know. That's the unknown part at the moment, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I agree with you. No, look, I agree with you, but I can tell you one thing, that the way it started this whole thing now, it is very much as a positive thing, and the way it's going about it. I mean, he's talking about having a seat for the fans, head of the fan unit, so that there will be a voice in the boardroom. But at the end of the day, we can speak and do and say and come up with every little thing. The board is still in the Kroenkes court to sell the club. It's only these guys are interested. They're very much interested to buy the club. But on the other hand, is the Kroenkes going to sell?
Yeah, exactly. That's the issue.
That is the big issue.
Okay.
How do you feel, Mark?
That's the bottom line, isn't it? It's all very well somebody saying they're going to come up with all the money, but will Kroenke sell? Will he sell? That's the point. So
do you think? Can you foresee? I mean, can you foresee banners and things like that? Yeah. Can you foresee banners? Do you think people will go to the extent of boycotting games? Do you think people will start boycotting games?
I just want to, Mark. I just want to comment on that, on what you said earlier. You said something about the last game. They're going to allow about 10,000.
The last game of the season. Yeah, there's 10,000 fans. I think.
Look, at the end of the day, you guys were speaking about the Super League. But it was for me, it was a good thing that the Super League was announced, because I mean, if we take out all the bad things of the Super League, it actually united the supporters. Like you said, there was thousands of supporters standing in unity trying to get the Kroenkes out. If it wasn't for the Super League, none of these things would have resurfaced. Although our club is poorly run, we can see it. We can basically see it. But the Super League has brought unity to the supporters. But now we cannot stop here. Now we have to now move forward and continue doing what we are doing to put pressure on the Kroenkes, because we are putting pressure on them. And the more people that support the fans, because everybody's got something to do. I mean, I'm living in South Africa, but I don't. Well, what I can do is I don't need to buy the next jersey. I don't need to go buy merchandise for my family.
Can we leave it there? Yeah, because I think the fact that regardless how many people want to buy it, it's whether the manager is going to sell, and we're just running out of time, and time is money, and we don't earn enough. So I went back there. I went back to the time is money thing. So we just have to talk a little bit about the on-the-field nonsense as well, Alex, shall we?
Yes, why not?
Okay. Otherwise, we are sad.
Why not? We have to speak about these things, man.
it's going to depress us even more. Yeah,
we have to speak about it.
Yeah, we do, and we did, and now we just need to talk about the on-the-field stuff as well. Just a quick little update. Just what the score predictions were. Oh, cracky! I need to send Jeremy a 100 rand coffee voucher. That reminds me. No one got the score predictions right this week either. Alex and Wolfie were wrong in the predictions that we would lose. They were right in saying that we would lose. I mean, they were wrong in the actual score line. So boo for you too. Warren got it wrong as well. Gareth, well, we all got it wrong. We all got it wrong. More people got it wrong than
Are you sure this wasn't your female prediction for the females? 2-0. Did you get your score prediction?
They
How much
won
did they win?
2-0. So me and Ali would have got that right. Okay. So talk about the game. Let's ask Tash a little bit about what he thought about the performance. It was a long time ago. It feels like it was like a week or more ago. Tash, if you can remember the game, tell us what went wrong according to you. The stats says that we won the game. Other than the goals, we won the game. But yeah,
it's becoming a bit of a norm, particularly when we play at home. I feel no toot in the final third. It's not attractive, and it's been like this for a few years now. So to consider it game by game, it gets a bit difficult because my expectations every game it gets a bit more drained. So I'm trying not to even think about it, but it's never good results, and you can't pinpoint it on Leno. I think it's a bit unfair. He's a tremendous goalkeeper. There's a lot of things that went wrong. A lot of things that didn't go right.
In this game, how can you not point it at the goalkeeper that made that terrible blunder? He cost the game. He cost the team. He cost the team a defeat. The ball is going away from him. Look, I don't know if you watched it. The lady that was sitting with Ian Wright, apparently she's a goalkeeper. Her words was, "It is lazy goalkeeping technique from a female to a male."
Okay. Yeah, but I want to ask.
It is a technique that the guy used. His legs was too wide open.
Wait, Wolfie.
Fair enough.
Wait, we know he was responsible for the goal.
He was responsible for the game.
Wolfie, we know he was responsible for the goal going in. We want to know, is he responsible for the entire defeat? Because there were 10 other people on the playing with him, and they didn't do much either, did they?
No, the manager picked the wrong side at the end of the day, guys. Look, why is the manager picking Nketiah as centre forward when Martinelli's fit and on the bench and wants to play? Why is he? Nketiah is not good enough. And also, I've been saying the last couple of weeks on this call about having Xhaka playing left back, that sooner or later he was going to get caught out, because anybody who's got any pace will take him to the cleaners. And he got isolated 1-to-1 against Richarlison, and that was an error as well. But overall, I thought we were a little bit unlucky with obviously the penalty. That was very marginal, and yet VAR yet again goes against us. We don't seem to have had any decisions at all go in our favour on VAR. So it was a difficult game. We didn't play well, but there were some things that transpired against us, if you like. That's what I thought.
Not fair to be blamed on Lemno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig, what do you think about the starting lineup? Craig, what do you think about the starting lineup?
I didn't have a problem with the starting lineup. I also don't feel fear that. I was actually happy that we didn't get the penalty, because Danny Ceballos went down like a. I don't even want to call it the way he went down. That for me was, it was ridiculous. It was for me like I'm actually so glad we didn't get that penalty the way he went down, and that was shocking.
I agree.
I don't feel Martinelli is a striker or a number 9. When he plays in that position, he does absolutely nothing. I think he's better on the wings, preferably on the left wing. I do prefer Pepe on the right-hand side, but then again, we can't have Pepe playing on the right-hand side with Bukayo Saka also preferring to play on that position. But overall, I think we played very well. We all knew Granit Xhaka was going to be caught out. It was inevitable that it was going to happen. I called it 3 weeks ago when Arteta found this amazing vision to think that Granit Xhaka is a left back. Richarlison just pushed the ball past him with some pace, put it through the defense or whatever that you call that at this moment in time, because Pablo Mari is slower than Granit Xhaka, to put it that way. So, yeah.
The problem is also that Xhaka is good at covering for your left wing back when he's not in position or when he's passed. There was no one behind him there to help cover for him.
I think Murray came across though, didn't he? I mean, Murray had that.
No, it was eventually. There was a lot of space behind Xhaka, and everyone predicted that he was going to get caught out, and someone finally just kind of illustrated what would happen. I do want to ask though. There is this question about the goalkeeper, and we want to blame the goalkeeper, but I do want to ask, and I'm going to go to you, Wolfie. Again, I want to make the point there were 10 other people, and we did not create a decent goal opportunity until injury time.
I agree. Look, I agree with everything what the fellow Gunners has said. You gotta ask the manager. If you put that slide of the starting 11 on, you gotta. Can you maybe do that?
I can do that. I'm going to go to the performance. Okay, then we can also show. Yeah.
Look, okay, for me in this game it was good. It was something good that Granit Xhaka got exposed. Everybody knew the guy was going to get exposed. Rather get exposed in the Everton game than to get exposed in our two cup final games. If Arteta is going to continue persisting with Xhaka at left back, then there's something wrong in his brain. Simple as that.
Who would you play?
We know that Xhaka is the weakling in the left back position. Put that aside. Why can't he play Saka at left back? It will give us better room on the left hand. Why can't he play Saka at left back? And you play Pepe on the right, and you bring in Martinelli. It is a simple thing.
Creativity completely out of
our team. Can I ask you a question? What did Saka do in the game? The guy wasn't for me. He wasn't for me an outstanding player. He took off Pepe, which was our better player. Pepe was the most dangerous player on the pitch. Yet he took off Pepe and he kept Saka on the pitch. Sometimes what I look at Arteta is game management is poor. If at half, why did it take 74 minutes for him to take Nketiah off and to bring up Martinelli? What did Nketiah do in that game? He did nothing. He didn't offer us anything. So for me, it's just poor game management.
I do want to ask. He does bring up a valid point that Arteta is bringing on his substitutes very late. Do you have a problem with that, Tash, or do you think that's just normal football these days? Do you think that he should make his substitutions a little earlier?
I think Arteta is just he's an undecisive person since he's joined. Like he's very young. He's still making these mistakes and he's learning as it goes. I would also agree, bring on the subs quicker if you can see things are not working. I would also agree that his decision making in general is just poor. I'm leaning towards Arteta out and we get someone else in.
Okay.
I support him, but I think he's over, man.
I want to touch on that. Every time a team comes to the Emirates that is struggling, they tend to get positive results. Burnley came, they never beat us in 26 years, they beat us.
We sit in 10th for a reason.
Yes, Everton never beat us. Everton never beat us in 25 years. They came to the Emirates and beat us.
I'm looking at Leicester and their team is stronger than ours in general.
Guys, I want you guys to take a look at the log. I've told you guys 3 weeks ago, we are battling a team that spent 15 years in the championship. For 10th place, we Arsenal Football Club are battling a team that spent 15 years in the championship. They are now above us in 9th. West Ham, just give me a second. West Ham finished the season, the 2019-2020 season, in 16th place. No huge investment. They are now 9 points ahead of Arsenal. Aston Villa finished 18th. What? No. They finished. Aston Villa finished the league 17th, 35 points, 1 point ahead of Burnley, or 1 point ahead of relegated Bournemouth. And they are 11th on 45 points, and Arsenal is at 10th on 46 points, and they got a game ahead. Now you guys tell me what this process is. I want to know what the process is. Maybe I don't know football, but I'd like to know what this process is. If anybody in the comments, please guys, you guys can email me, put it in the comments, tell me what the process is. I don't know. I do not know what the process is.
Wolfie, I think we've had that discussion. The process is clearly not working. The process was to rebuild the team and giving Arteta possibly a chance to at the end of the season, if he's still with us, and I can imagine there are questions.
Sack the guy now, man. Sack the guy now, one time.
We should have stuck
Sack
with
the guy
Pedro.
now, one time.
I'm not
Sack the
sure
guy,
what
give
that
someone else a chance.
If he wins the Europa League, are you still Arteta out?
He sacked the guy one time. I'm sorry, the guy's not good enough.
That's
We've
because
So
seen
if
it.
he wins, if he wins the Europa League, the only European silverware we've had since
I will sack
1994, are you still going to be
I
Yes,
will
Arteta
sack
out?
I will sack the
Arteta
guy.
will be
If
staying.
he gets us into the
Arteta will
Champions
stay.
League, you'd still be Arteta out.
Never, no.
I will sack the
Then
guy.
stays,
I will sack the
without a
guy
doubt.
immediately. No. I'll sack the guy.
How
Give
about you,
someone
Mark?
else a
can't.
chance.
Would you,
That's evil.
Mark? There's a question
I will
for
sack
Mark.
the
Wolfie,
guy.
Mark, would you be
I'm gonna
Arteta
Sack the guy one time,
out
man.
if
Come
we
on,
win the
Wolfie,
man.
I'm
Europa
gonna
League?
mute you. Wolfie, just give Titus a chance quickly.
Mark, would you be Arteta out if we won the Europa League? It's your turn now, Mark.
No,
We've asked
no,
Wolfie.
I think
Wolfie is a very nice person.
there's a lot
He will give you your space.
of stuff that had to be sorted out. That there is a process to follow, isn't there? And look, I'm not convinced we will win the Europa League. By the way, I mean we've got to beat Villarreal over 2 legs, and are we going to beat Man United at the moment the way they're playing? I doubt it. But the process is, as I've said previously, it's all about this next transfer window, who he gets rid of and who he brings in. And the question really is, do we get rid of Arteta now at the end of the season and give somebody else the opportunity to use that transfer window? Or do we stick with Arteta and then wait and see what happens next season? And if we start next season poorly, do we then sack him? That's the decision that's got to be made at top level.
What are your thoughts on it? What would your decision be at this moment in time?
My decision would be to stick. My decision at now is to stick with him. Although I go with what Wolfie's saying that my patience is starting to run thin. It's the same old every week. He's picking the wrong teams. He's putting his substitutes on too late in the game to influence it, and we're still making individual errors each week. How many goals have we given away this season? And Leno, in my opinion, I know what some of you have said he's a good goalkeeper. I don't think he is a good goalkeeper. At least he's not good enough to be the number one at Arsenal. I watched the Aston Villa game yesterday, and Martinez was brilliant again. Pulled off 3 or 4 absolutely blinding saves, and we let the guy go. And if Leno is going to stay as number one, I just don't see that that's progress. I really don't. I think we need a new number one goalkeeper for next season, but. It's a difficult decision to make.
If Arteta got the funding and he got in all of the players that he wanted to, and at the end of the summer transfer window, we're thinking actually we've got really, really good players in here. How would you feel about the owners staying on?
And let's bounce that to Craig quickly. Let's give, if you don't mind, Mark.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Firstly, I want to say the difference between ambitions in clubs. If you look at Chelsea, they had Frank Lampard, who coached at, if I'm right, that was Derby County or whoever it was that he coached. So that was his stepping stone into coaching. He's a actual, and he's probably okay. There is a few more, but he is the actual legend of Chelsea Football Club. They sacked him, and they were in 6th place because they weren't happy with the process they were doing. Arsenal hires a coach that has never, ever coached a football team before. He comes with a pedigree of being an assistant coach to Pep Guardiola. So Pep sells him off to Arsenal, and we sit with him, and we're sitting with him trusting this process that we don't even know what it is. How is it possible that we can still be trusting this process? It's unbelievable that a club like Arsenal is sitting with a coach with no pedigree at all. He needs to go now. A new coach needs to come in. We're not going to beat Unai Emery. I'm telling you now, Villarreal is going to beat us. Unai Emery knows how to win Europa League, besides winning it with Arsenal. But there's no way that we can be sticking with
The
Arsene
difference
Wenger.
is, though, I mean,
Correct.
Chelsea have spent 300 million in the transfer window, and that puts the pressure on Frank Lampard a lot more than it puts the pressure on Arteta. Plus the fact Frank Lampard won nothing at Chelsea.
True story, but Churchill changed the exact same team. He changed it around because he's an experienced coach, knowing what to do.
Yeah, the thing is, I think whenever you get a new manager into any club, you often get a bounce from a club. I mean, Chelsea did get a bounce, but now they're starting to look beatable.
But they haven't been beaten. That's the difference.
I think,
And you can't say it's a 6-game run that they've been unbeaten and now they're looking vulnerable.
They got demolished by West Brom.
Yeah, true. Fair. That's 1 out of 13 games.
Craig, if you
demolished 10 men. Come on, man.
Craig,
Sorry,
if you want Arteta to go,
Alex, come on, man.
manager? Who would you appoint? Who would you appoint to replace Arteta? Who do you think is out there?
Antonio Conte.
Who do you think will replace Arteta, or who would you like to replace Arteta if he goes?
I would like a structured coach. So if I'm going to look for somebody, it's going to be like a Allegri, a Simeone, or Antonio Conte, or Nangalan. That's at RB.
He's just got the Bayern Munich job today.
Yeah,
He's
you
just
took
got
the
the
job.
Bayern
man.
Are you
Munich
serious?
I,
Oh!
I just want to say, Warren has been very critical today. He's finally given up on Arteta after being a loyal, trusted processing. But even Warren, after making like 20 horrible comments about Arteta, has given him some sort of defense. We gave a new manager with no money. Basically, we appointed a new manager, no money, at the relegation form. The fact that we didn't spend a lot must go towards Arteta's credit for now. Don't you think, Tashin? I know you said you Arteta out, but if a new manager comes in, I can't imagine a new manager being happy with the little money that Arteta was given.
It's also mainly like we have to look at
The question
do
you
we
have to
want to
ask
be
the
that
The question, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? That question is not the right question.
Let Tash just answer, and then you can ask me a question. I promise.
Yeah, now the question maybe we should ask, like, do we also want to be seen as a football club that is chopping and changing managers, or do we want to trust something and put faith in it? Arsenal's also got great values. That's why we'll never hire Mourinho as a coach, even though he's available.
Wolfie, what would you? Yeah,
if we win this UEFA Cup, if we win this UEFA Cup, definitely keep him without a doubt. If he doesn't, he's got to go. That's my opinion right now.
Wolfie, what's your question before we go to the quiz?
Guys, you guys are trying to. I don't know what you guys are trying. You guys are trying to make a salty pot tasty again. We lost 13. We've lost. We've lost. Alex.
So I don't understand the analogy.
You guys, I want to let you guys know we've lost 13 games. We've lost 13 games. We've won 13 games. 7 home defeats. We failed to score in 8 of our last 17 home Premier League matches. How can we still be making excuses for this man about money?
Can
I answer that?
But the way we're playing, it don't look like we can beat under 16-year-old squad.
But we in the semi-finals, so we got a
in the semi-finals
to win it.
Yes, we got a touching chance to win it. So at the end of the day,
let's wait until it's over. I reckon we could do it.
Look, anything is possible. Look, anything is possible. It is we're 3 finals away from a European Cup. Look, that's the facts. If we play
if he loses against United, he's got to go. Either way, it's going to come up now.
It's 3 cup finals. Basically 3 cup finals.
Wolfie, we acknowledge that the results have been horrible. We are here with you in the pits of despair.
My question is this.
How do we fix it? If you're saying that simply replacing the manager is going to fix it, I think you're wrong in that regard.
My question to the panel is this. Is there a manager out there that can do better than Arteta with this squad? And I'm talking about a squad. There's a couple of world-class players there, and there's a couple of world-class talent. This is not, guys. You guys have to remember, Arsene Wenger sat with poor teams. We had Giroud, we had Chamak as a striker, we had Senderos, we had Traore. We managed. Giroud. Giroud, the Swiss centre back. The Swiss centre back had played with Senderos.
Oh.
Anyway,
Giroud with a D.
Yeah. Anyway, he has sat with players with poor players, and yet he still managed to get results. Our team is not a bad team, guys. We got a brilliant team. The problem is they are poorly managed. We've got quick feet, aka quick feet, Smith Rowe. We've got Saka, we've got Pepe, we've got Martinelli, we've got Odegaard. Guys, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is the manager. It is poor management.
Okay,
they're not getting up players.
I think we're going to leave it there. I think we have to leave it there. We're just making ourselves feel sad about the moment. We're going to have to, for now, we'll complain about this. It's been bad. Let's quickly try and break.
Sorry, Morgan, just a quick question.
Yes, Craig? Go for it.
Did we not spend 35 million on Thomas Partey?
45 million. You see the problem with the panelists, they are trying to cover up this guy's breadcrumbs. We spent 45 million on Partey. 45 million on Partey. We paid 28 million for Gabriel. 28 million. We've given that other lad a 3-year contract that's doing bugger on the bench. William. Arteta has got players and he's not got the best out of what he has. So if I'm an owner of a club, I'm sorry. You've got to go now.
But those players are not top 4 quality. None of them are top 4 quality. No player in our current team, you can say they can play for a top 4 Premiership team. Not even a Aubameyang. All our players are so it's not fair.
Wolfie, the chairperson of the Arsenal Supporters Club has said we must move on. He is sending the instructions via
What's the guy saying here?
And WhatsApp. He says
let's move on to the quiz.
Yeah, let's break the this is depressing. Leeds. When is Leeds playing again, Alex?
How should I know? I don't support Leeds.
I'm going to watch Leeds quickly. I'm going to watch the latest game. Okay, let's just try and get... this show is hard to do when we suck the way we're doing at the moment. Mark, I apologize. I don't know what to say. I know the defense of Arteta's wearing thin, so I'm going to distract people with a quiz.
Move on. Alex, let's talk about a positive. Let's talk about Thursday. That's positive, isn't it? We need to win Thursday.
But first, to make Wolfie forget what happened.
Have a quiz first, and then we'll talk about Thursday. To make Wolfie forget what we just spoke about, we're doing a quiz. Wolfie, here's some music for the quiz as well. Can I play some music with the quiz?
Yes, sir. Please, invite.
Sad part is he brought El Nene back to sell Torreira.
Anyway, the quiz.
Craig, you're not helping us here. You're not helping us.
I think I think these two panelists is working under Josh Kroenke. These guys are looking for. You guys are puppet masters. You guys are puppet masters. Come on, man.
We've got to look at it objectively.
He's paying for my gym membership every month. So
what is your name, Ray Paula? Is your name Ray Paula? What's your...
This is bad. Okay. Alex, can you do the quiz? Wait, I'm going to keep
I can do the quiz. You're the slide, man.
Okay, so Wolfie is going to finish this quiz on North. Wolfie, sorry, you've got North already. I'm just writing everybody's names down. So there we go. Okay, so here's the first question. Alex, you go.
Okay. Arsenal won the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1994. That was a long time ago. Beating Italian club Parma 1-0 in the final. But which team, appearing in this week's Champions League semi-final, did Arsenal beat in the Cup Winners' Cup semi-final that year? A. Real Madrid, B. Chelsea, or C. PSG?
Okay, so you have to write the answer on a piece of paper, and then you point it at the screen so that I can read it.
Craig's got B.
Craig has got a B. A C for Mark G. Wolfie's trying to copy from the student.
I should have waited for Mark.
Wolfie is copying from the student next to him. Tash has got Tash. I can't see. It's the C.
Yeah, it's a C. I'm gonna get a better pen next time. C.
You've got orange pen, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and the correct answer is A.
You know. Alex, come on, man.
No, it is C. You did go to the right game, Mark.
So everybody got one.
I went to the final. I went to the final in Denmark. I was there.
In Copenhagen. I've still got a program from that.
Yeah, I was there. We got absolutely hammered and won 1-0.
Yeah,
amazing game.
Alan Smith was an important goal.
Yeah, I was there.
Amazing.
Okay.
So who got it right?
Okay. Everybody except
everybody
Craig.
apart from Craig.
Okay. Alan Smith still looks in good shape. I think we should get him for that Villarreal game.
Next question. On January 31st, 2010, Arsenal hosted the first ever game to be broadcast in 3D. Who did we lose 3-1 to in that game at the Emirates?
Mark, were you at the game?
Is it A, Wigan? Was it B?
I probably was. But
or was it C, Man
United?
United?
Was, Craig, but I don't remember the game.
If you were there,
that was C.
If you were there, you also saw the game.
I'm going that again.
If you were there, you also saw the game.
Yeah, I was there live. I didn't watch it on telly, did I?
You didn't sit in the stadium with your 3D glasses on, then.
Okay, Craig has got
B.
Craig is going B.
What's everyone else going?
Okay. Tash, what have you got there?
C.
It's a C.
Okay, Tash has got the C.
Right. Wolfie, what are you
Mark
going
has
for?
got the C. Wolfie, what have you got? Wolfie's
C.
got the C. Okay, guys, after this, you have to do YMCA as well. So, okay, everybody's got a point except Craig again. Sorry, Craig, man.
I thought Drogba scored a hat-trick.
Sorry, Craig. Okay, the next question, I forgot to say this. This was a rumor. It was fake news. Alex asked the question.
In that same season, Arsene Wenger, furious at an away defeat that ended their title aspirations, famously told the bus driver to drop the team at the train station of the team they'd lost to. Which team was that? A, Wigan, B, Portsmouth, or C, Hull?
They did. They did. This was the defeat did cost them the title that season.
Wolfie's going C.
Wolfie's going C. Wolfie thinks that I'm on the C train.
Mark's going B.
Going B. Tash has got B. Tash has got B as well.
That's A.
Tash, am I correct?
Yeah, that's B.
Craig is going A.
Okay.
Well, Craig is the only one right.
Oh,
wasn't that the triple question? Wasn't it the triple answer?
We should, if you can tell us the score of the Wigan game. I can't remember the score.
I think Figueroa scored the goal.
if you tell us, actually, if I recall correctly, the score was.
It was a screamer from Figueroa, the left back.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Craig gets unfortunately only 1 point because he's now making up. He's putting composers, opera writers as football players.
We have a tie.
Operas. Yes, we have a 3-way tie. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Here's a tiebreaker. Wolfie, just to punish you. Earlier, if you just give me a second, just to punish you quickly. I just want to go to the right slide, if you don't mind. Earlier, I showed a picture of an Arsenal ladies football player. Her first name is Beth. Her surname, I'm going to tell you, is named after a drink popular during the Middle Ages. Her first name, so it was a name for beer or alcohol, a popular drink in the Middle Ages. The first name is Beth. Her surname is
Beth Lion.
Okay, it was the Middle Ages, not the 1980s.
Famous in Lindisfarne, if you know anything about Lindisfarne.
There we go, Mark. That's an English reference, I'm sure. Lindisfarne. You guys are shocking.
Lindisfarne, it's a Newcastle beer. So Newcastle Brown is a name Brown?
No, it's not. Lindisfarne. Is no one got it? No one's going to get it. No.
No one's going to get it.
Think about what monks used to make in the
it's mead,
in their monastery.
It's mead.
Yes, there you go.
Mead?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go. Mead is the answer. Her surname is Mead. So Mark gets the prize.
Yeah,
Mark, you go. Mark, we can't afford a British coffee, so yeah.
You get a coffee bean.
You get a coffee bean.
I only ever win when Alex is hosting, and I get the chance not to compete. Oh, there's my missus come. Tell me my dinner's ready, probably.
Okay. Yes. So now we have to look ahead. We do have
to the missus, Mark. Regards. Who does the missus support? Who does the missus support?
Oh, she's Arsenal, and my son, of course.
Oh, well done.
It's compulsory. You can't have people.
Compulsory. Same in my house.
My neighbour's a Spurs fan, so it was funny yesterday.
Okay, so just for the record, that David Smith got it right. I think all the people out there in the UK got it right, as far as I can tell. Is David based in Cape Town or in the UK? I don't know. Okay.
David,
well done, David. Well done, David. You win with a bonus point. If you're from Cape Town, you get the voucher. If it's the UK, we can't afford UK coffee prices. Okay. Are we looking ahead quickly?
Let's look ahead.
Yeah. Alex, this is me, isn't it?
It's you. It's all you.
Okay. So obviously, we just want to talk a little bit about our position at this stage. At one stage, as you can see, over the last 6 games, we've managed only 8 out of 18 points. At one stage, we're still in with a chance to get 23 out of the last 33. Probably not going to happen the way we're going now. I have no idea what's going to happen. The pattern is, of the last 6 games, that we win, draw, lose, win, draw, lose. So that suggests we'll beat Newcastle, draw against West Brom, and lose against Chelsea. And then, that seems to be the pattern we've got going for at the moment. We are, I don't know where we're going to finish. Anyone has the bet? Because Wolves can still catch up to us. Aston Villa certainly can. They are a point behind us with a game in hand. And I don't know I don't think we're going to catch up to Leeds. Just for interest sake, everybody else has got like a couple of tough games coming up. We have a tough game coming up. These are the fixtures for the weekend. We play Newcastle, I think, on Sunday. Couple of other interesting games coming up that may be of relevance to us. Everton are playing Villa. Who else? Chelsea away to Brighton. Spurs play Sheffield. So
Man United, Liverpool.
and United Liverpool, of no relevance to us at this stage.
It's always a big one, though.
Yeah.
We're going to put out, guys, we're going to put out a weak team on Sunday, aren't we? Whatever the result, because we've got to get a good result next Thursday. So a week on Thursday. Whatever the result happens this Thursday, we're going to have to play well a week on Thursday because we're away at Villarreal. So he's going to put out a weakened side. He's going to put a weakened side out on Sunday, isn't he?
How weak can we get?
At this moment in time, any team he puts out is a weak inside.
Look, our bench looked better than the starting lineup. I don't know.
Okay. Wolfie, who do you want to start as striker on Thursday? Let's ask that. Who do you want to start as striker on Thursday?
I will take. Look, Arteta has been taking gambles on Shaka at left back. Why can't we take a gamble with Martinelli as a striker? Yeah. I'd like him to give him a chance, give him a game. Simple as that. He's given Nketiah a lot of games, and he's shown he doesn't really bring anything to the party. So I would give Martinelli. I would take a gamble. His movement, his pace, his trickery, all those kind of things will put the Villarreal defense under tremendous pressure. And then you have Saka and Pepe that will cause havoc on the wings. So he's got to take a little bit of a gamble if we want to get to the final. It's simple, but I can't see us getting to the final. If he's going to
play on Thursday.
Yeah, if he's fit, and they don't want to risk him, then he will play. But yeah.
Is Aubameyang are they ready? Is he over his malaria?
I don't think it was ever that serious, was it?
Well, yeah, I think
the problem is now match fitness.
I think he'll be fit.
The problem is match fitness. Is the guy sharp enough? Is he going to be sharp enough? The guy was out for so long.
Well,
he hasn't been out for that long.
He does tend to turn up in the big games, doesn't he? He played well. He played well in the cup final. He played well in the semi-final last year. I think, and he'll be up for it. I think he'll play Thursday as soon as he's obviously 3/4 fit.
Do you drop Pepe and in favor of Martinelli regardless?
Never.
Pepe got to start. What? He's got to start.
No, I wouldn't start Martinelli. I'd play Pepe and Saka either side of Aubameyang.
Yeah. Okay. Tash is shaking his head there furiously. Tash, who do you want to start in the front there on Thursday?
Against Villarreal.
Okay.
Well, we have to be resting our best team against Newcastle. Make sure everyone's fit. Aubameyang up front, I reckon, experience. He's proven it against Valencia in the past. So he can do it. Martinelli, I would say, start with Saka on the other side. Pepe to come on. I'm never convinced with Pepe.
Okay.
Play those guys.
Craig, who would you play in the number 10 position?
In the number 10, Emil Smith Rowe.
Over Odegaard.
Yes, definitely. Odegaard played one game that really convinced me about his hype, and I think that is the reason why I never made it at Real Madrid or any other club, to be exact, where he was loaned out to. He always played a fiddly role, play a few games, then he's out of the team and comes back. He just hasn't kick-started his career that he was hoping for.
Do you think we should hold on to it, try and hold on to him next season, or do you think it's not worth it? Do you think we should look at someone else? Maybe even bring Willock back, maybe?
Oh, I'm not a Joe Willock fan, honestly. Yes, he is scoring goals or whatever he is. But, no.
Okay, these are, I just want to share Warren's.
No.
Warren says we must move on past the slide. I don't know what slide that is. Warren is unhappy. Warren says we're going to finish 11th. We won't win on Sunday. And Pepe will buckle under the pressure. Warren is in a happy mood this evening, people. I pity poor Alex. We just want to go to the predictions. We need to end soon. So, Alex, you do the predictions. Just for the record, these are the predictions that we have already for Thursday's game. We're looking for predictions against Villarreal on Thursday, and then against what's his name on Sunday? Newcastle on Sunday.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
So
Newcastle.
Let's stop.
What are we playing?
Villarreal and then Newcastle. Should start with the
Newcastle.
Villarreal ones. Who's not got a prediction in? Craig,
Who
you
wants
haven't
to
got a
change their
prediction in?
predictions? Who wants to change
This
their
is-
prediction?
Arsenal, Villarreal.
I haven't got one
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I think we'll win. We'll win. I think we'll win 2-1.
There we go. Happy. Someone's optimistic.
How about
I'm going
the
with-
Newcastle game, Mark?
Mark for the Newcastle game.
Newcastle game?
Bearing in mind, I just said that I think we're going to play a weakened side. I think we'll lose. I think they're playing quite well at the moment, so I think we'll lose 1-0
Okay.
for Newcastle.
Is Willock allowed to play against us?
He's not allowed to play.
I don't think
No,
so.
He won't play.
no.
He can't play.
Okay. Craig for Thursday.
The Villarreal game, we are playing at home, so we're going to lose that goal.
No, we're
game
playing away.
2-0.
We're playing away. We're playing away on
Okay.
Thursday.
Are we playing away?
Yeah.
If we're playing away, we're going to draw 1-1.
Okay, so then we're out of this competition according to Craig.
Yeah.
Because he says, yeah. That's what do you think about Thursday?
That's not I'm bad. Hey, come on, man.
I think it's gonna be a 1-1 away if the game is away from home, and then we'll take them at home in the final game.
And against Newcastle?
Yeah, who cares really? Let's see who we play on. Like already, it's all about the
Any
UEFA
score
Cup.
there.
Like
Make up any
Yes,
score,
yeah.
15-15.
I think it's gonna be a 0-0 ball draw.
Okay, boring draw. Okay.
Alex, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you and Mark a question?
Yeah.
If Arteta has been chopping and changing the side so much these days, or for this entire season, why is he not ever considered playing Callum Chambers as a defensive midfielder?
It's a good question. Well, we don't have really have a role as a defensive midfielder, do we? Not in a 4-2-3-1 formation. I think if we were playing something like a diamond, like a 4-1-4-1, or a 4-1-2-1-2 or something like that, 4-4-2, then we, that position is there, isn't it? It's a proper CDM role. Whereas at the moment, the 4-2-3-1, which is what we deploy at the moment, it's sort of two sort of defensive midfielders, but they're more central midfielders. I think they're supposed to be pushing forwards a little bit more sometimes, and bringing the ball out when the fullbacks stay back, and then if the fullbacks bomb forwards, then they do the defensive cover. He did play that defensive midfield role in front of a back four for Fulham, and he did really well at it. But I just don't think we've. But why haven't we tried that formation?
He played at Fulham. He played that role at Fulham, and he actually did quite well there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know why we haven't even attempted using that formation. I don't know.
Yeah. Just quickly, I just want to get predictions for Craig and Wolfie for Sunday's game. Craig, Sunday's game.
Newcastle, we're going to beat Newcastle 3-1. Nicholas Pepe to the rescue and Aubameyang.
Wolfie, what's going to happen?
Yes,
Wolfie, you can't bring your daughter. We're not going to be nice to you because you have a lovely child there with you. Not fair.
Okay, look, I already gave my prediction for the Villarreal game, 1-1. They are not that team is not a good team. They're slow. They're a slow team. We should expose them, take advantage. We got pacey players. I'm hoping for a win, but settle for a 1-1 draw. Going to the St. James Park. It's a tough one,
Because you're supporting that team now, aren't you? With
tough
the
one. I'm backing Willock. I'm backing Willock. I don't
Willock
like
can't play.
I'm not to use Willock supporter, but I'm backing the guy. The guy's actually better than our midfielders, current midfielders that we have.
He can't play.
Anyway, I'm going with a 2-1 victory to Arsenal. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go for a victory. I'm gonna go for a good weekend victory. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2-1 to Arsenal. So please do not disappoint me. Otherwise, I'm gonna screw your asses next week.
Okay.
Anyway, 2-1 to Arsenal.
Just to show you what kind of night and week this has been, I think we're being trolled. And anyone for spiritual reading?
Spiritual.
Wolfie?
What?
Wolfie?
Wolfie, how's
you know what? She can pray for our team for the Europa Cup. She can keep our team in prayers, and she can grant me a wish that Arteta won't be there next season. So yeah, maybe that. Yeah.
Okay.
What you need is a genie.
Yeah. 3 wishes: Krunkus out, Arteta out, and and a lot of money so we can invest.
Wolfie, we know you. We all want that, except Arteta must stay. Okay.
We'll keep Hector Bellerin there for another season, man. Come on.
Thank you, Wolfie. Thank you.
That was for you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it a night. We've gone way over time. Thank you, everyone, for making themselves available. Tash is in absolute is in shock there. He's going to need counseling for the next week to get him out of what the Arsenal Cape Town people did to him tonight. But thank you, Tash, for joining us all the way from Namibia. Thank you, the UK folks. Thank you, the Cape Town folks. Craig, who sat there patiently while Wolfie just kind of tore into Arteta. Thank you, guys. Everyone, appreciate it. We'll be back, I think, on Friday. There may be another show. Someone else may have another show. Otherwise, if we lose on Thursday, I simply refuse to host another show over the weekend. We'll just wait till Monday until we get to
Bring back Lamise. Bring back Lamise.
I can't handle it. I can't handle this. This is bad for my psyche and my spiritual reading. Anyway, guys, have a lovely night. Everyone who joined us this evening, thank you for your comments. We'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll have better things to talk about next time. Thanks, Wolfie. Oh,